Hello guys, how's it going? Recently, I finished working on a fun project about lightning from Final Fantasy XIII, Lightning Returns, and in this video, I would like to do a bit of a breakdown of how I approached making this kind of hairstyle. I've had tons of fun working on this project, but man, it was really hard for me and I suffered a lot. I'm still learning and improving my hairstyling skill every day, so please know that my method is not like best way, okay? But with that being mentioned, let's begin. So the first step to create any kind of hairstyle is to gather some reference images. So I opened up the PureRef and I started looking for them on the internet. At this stage, make sure to gather references for the hairstyle from many angles, and you want to see the detail and the flow of the hair. So I would recommend you to check out not only the character model from the game, but also the real life hair, just like how the cosplayer make their wig. They are so creative, and I think there are so many things that we can learn from them. I found this awesome and really skilled cosplayer called Alison Tabata. Even though we do everything digitally, I learned so much, especially about makeup and hairstyling from her. She's like a god in the cosplay community, I guess, so if you want to learn about hairstyling, makeup and costume making, go check her out. Once you have gathered the reference images, you can move on to block out process of the hair. This process will help you to lay down the volume, silhouette, general shape and flow of the hair easily, and it should only take about 30 to 2 hours max. And the good thing is, you don't need to put much detail. As you can see, my blockout looks absolutely rubbish, but it serves its purpose. For the hair texture creation process, I use a software called Photoshop over Hairtool's hair baking engine because it is so much faster and easy to use. And it offers so much more flexible option to create any kind of texture you want. And I think this is a really affordable piece of software, so if you're interested, there is also a free version of it, so go ahead and try out to see if it is something you want to get into. But with that said, you can of course make great hair texture with Hairtool, so don't worry about it if you don't want to use Photoshop. And as for the hair texture reference, I found a magazine called CG World, which had information about breakdown of the game itself, so I used it to figure out roughly what kind of hair texture I need. Though it only contained a low resolution image, so it wasn't that helpful in the end. So we are now in the blender, and as usual, we are going to start off with making the hair layer 0, which is supposed to cover up the scalp of a head. So using your hair blockout as a guide, we are going to place the hair grid to generate the hair cards. Important thing to remember is that you are always starting from a lower portion of the head, working your way up to the top. If you do things in reverse order, you are making your life much harder for no reason, so remember to always go from bottom to top. So I have prepared my hair grid like this and grouped and separated them in 4 sections. As you start placing more and more hair grids, your scene will get messy really fast. So I will highly recommend you to create organization system. Group the hair grids in the same row and put them in the folder. It can be tedious, but doing this will save your sanity later, which is great in my opinion. Now we want to generate haircuts from a grid, so select the hair grid, mark root as sharp, and then press Ctrl-Shift-H and generate curves from grid. For this layer, haircuts will be hidden by other hair layers, so curves can be thicker than others, which helps to cover up the scalp nicely. Once you have the settings you like, it is super handy to create custom presets for each layer, as this will save you some time. And to assign the hair texture, go to Image Editor, click on Hair UV and assign the UV for only hair layer 0. Since we didn't assign any other textures, whenever we generate the haircuts, the add-on will simply assign the hair layer 0 texture to them randomly. Now moving on to the hair layer 1. This layer will add more volume, replicates general direction, form and design of the hairstyle. And also, this will break up the repetitive look of the first layer. So look at the reference images closely and try to replicate it. So just like how we made the first layer, we will start from bottom and work our way towards the top. So duplicate the hair grid from previous layer and start creating the shape. And also, don't forget to create new material by pressing this button and assign the new UVs. Lightning has a quite pointy hair that are going outward and creating this kind of a sharp look, so we are going to make them in this layer. Once you're done, we are going to move on to the next layer. Moving on to the hair layer 2. This layer provides the flow and flyaway effect, so the hair strands can go in any direction to add life and movement to the hair. But process itself is basically the same as any other hair layers. Once you're happy with the result, you are pretty much done, so you can finalize the hair and call it a day. But if you want to put this in the video game engine like I have to do for this project, there is extra optimization process that we can do to reduce polygon count significantly. It is easy to do, so let me show you how. So select all the hair curves and go to the curve setting on the right. Drop down the curve resolution and right click, copy it to the selected. This will reduce all the hair resolution at once. So now you can finalize the hair and congratulate yourself for going through all the hard work. And treat yourself with a cup of tea because you definitely deserve it. Congratulations my friend, you have made it through this difficult hairstyling process. If you are learning the art of real-time hair creation like myself, I'm sure you have failed and suffered a lot too, as this is a skill which is really hard to improve. But you should never discourage and give up because you can learn so much more by making mistakes. So see that as an opportunity to learn something new each time and try to avoid making the same mistakes. And most importantly, don't forget to have fun. There are so many cool and beautiful hairstyles in this world, and it would be such a shame not having fun whilst making them. But yeah, anyways, that's all I have got for today. If you have any questions or tips you can share with the community, please leave them in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, see you later.